May the 4th be with you. Good morning, everybody. Today is Monday, May 4th. Did you know May the 4th be with you? Do I have any Star Wars fans here? If you don't know, in Star Wars they say May the Force be with you. So whenever it's May 4th, the Star Wars fanatics say May the 4th be with you in Darth Vader voice. So that's what today was about. If you like Star Wars, maybe you can watch a Star Wars movie later this afternoon or tonight. But it's another beautiful day, so make sure you get outside there today. It's actually, I hate to say this, it's actually so bright in my dining room, it's hard to hear here. So anyway, did you have a great weekend? I did. It was so nice. This is my weather. I was outside, we worked in the garden, Mr. Oppel power washed the deck. We brought the patio furniture down out of the garage attic and washed that and put it out on the back deck. We ate outside. We cooked on the grill. It was so nice. Went for a bike ride, went for a walk. Went and visited my parents. We stayed 6 feet apart and sat outside. And my son Alex and his girlfriend came and visited. We did the same thing, sat outside. And so it was a great weekend. It was nice to see family too. So I hope you had a good weekend. Answer my question, what did you do this weekend? Tell me something you did outside. So my question on Friday was, what is Mrs. Oppel's favorite fruit? Well, here it is. I think it was Kara that got it right. Strawberries are my absolute favorite fruit. I eat them all the time. I even buy them in the wintertime. They cost a little more, but now they're out like crazy. So I love strawberries. I'm assuming that you've all gone to Jones's to pick strawberries because you live not far from there. Hopefully we'll be able to do that this year. So it'll be here soon. Strawberry season is in June, early June. So but that's my favorite fruit. But thanks for all the guesses. So let's go over our Friday. Friday was different. We've never had one like this. How did you do with this? Some of these were tricky sentences. Can you see this? Let's see. Okay. The first one, take out your DLR. The first one said what you wanted to do, they gave you 2 sentences and they wanted you to turn it into 1 sentence. Sometimes people have run-on sentences or they're too long and they should make them 2 sentences. In this case, they gave us 2 sentences that they felt could be turned into 1. So the first 2 sentences were, have you read The Chocolate Touch? It's a great book. Remember I said we underline titles. That was on Thursday's work. So the book is Chocolate Touch. The way I put it together, and you could switch things around to make it make sense. Have you read the great book, The Chocolate Touch? So I put this part at the beginning. And that's okay to do if you're making it all 1 sentence. You might have done something different. Number 2, the timer went off after 5 minutes. The egg was cooked. My new sentence is, the timer went off after 5 minutes, so the egg was cooked. All 1 sentence. I do have a comma in there, which separates those 2 areas with a period at the end. You didn't have to do any other correcting. Spelling, capitalization is all correct. Number 3, I have a Dalmatian. Her name is Lady. So I made it, I have a Dalmatian and her name is Lady. Remember I said you could use these connecting words, and, because. Number 4, Jordan sits in the front of the class, period. He needs glasses. My new sentence is, Jordan sits in the front of the class because he needs glasses. And the last one, Grandma will call this Sunday. She will call at 6:30 p.m. My new sentence, Grandma will call this Sunday at 6:30 p.m. So those were the sentences that I made out. And I forgot to take out the new one for this week, which should be, yes, number 17. Let's look at it. I like to go over these quickly. I found my magnets that I forgot that I had. I'm going to start using these. Okay. Click it. Lined up good. Monday. Correct the sentences. Blake Thompson, that's first and last name, played the entire game with a hurt finger. The next sentence to correct. He are a great artist, exclaimed Cheng. Cheng is someone's name. Got a lot of fixing to do there. Some quotation marks, capitalization, a comma. Number 3, which word would be on the page if the guide words were river and rust? Now, we haven't used dictionaries a whole lot, but this would be, which of these words fits between these two words? Now, we did alphabetizing the other day. So this starts with an R-I. That means all the words on the page would, the first word on the dictionary page would be river. The last word would be rust. So which word would also be on the page? And it has to fit between here. This is tricky. Let's see how we do with that. Number 4, use the context clues to determine the meaning of the bolded words. The bolded word is inaccurate. He wrote an inaccurate answer for the math problem and had to correct it. Remember, read the whole sentence to help us figure out what does inaccurate mean. Which information do they give us? Which context clues? And the rubbish was laying outside and around the trash can, making a big mess. You might not hear that word rubbish that often. So, how do you figure out what the word rubbish means? You go through and you read the rest of the sentence. So that's your DLR for Monday. Okay, and today, going back to our our animal paragraph. I sat on this side today because I noticed my glasses always have a glare when I face the window. But I'm trying to get used to the new sitting here. So, all right. So, our assignment for Thursday, Friday was to make sure you had your introductory paragraph done, mention your 3 areas, have your first topic, which is about the animal's body, have your second topic paragraph, which is about their habitat, and now today is going to be today you're going to finish your 3rd topic, which is interesting facts, and your conclusion paragraph. Now remember, in the conclusion paragraph, we mentioned those 3 areas again, but you can't put the same thing that you put up in the first one. You have to reword it. When we write, boys and girls, we have to be creative and think different ways and think about different things. Right. Also, with this writing piece, we were citing the source. Make sure that you take those 2 facts that you got from the article and you include them. Did they have to do with an interesting fact? Did they have to do with the habitat, or did they have to do with the animal's body? You need to put the citations in one of those 3 paragraphs. You might have 2 facts that go in the same paragraph. Citation facts, you might have a citation fact that goes in 2 different paragraphs. All right, so I want you to put those in there. Continue, go into your Google Drive, take out that Google Doc, and continue on that and turn that one into me, please. And do your conclusion paragraph. We've been doing this, so I'm going to give you these for today. I want you to do that. The other thing is, how are we doing this? Let's see. I have not used this since we've been home, but we did use this in school. Arms and cups for editing. Moms and dads, this might be new to you. It's acronyms that we use to help us remember what to do to edit. I gave you that little slip of paper that's in your folder, but this is a good editing checklist too that I'd like you to use. Think arms and cups when you revise and edit. Add sentences or words. A, add. R, remove unneeded sentences or unneeded words. Maybe you have things in there that's extra information, like we did today. We turned the 2 sentences into 1. M, move sentences or words around to make more sense. S, substitute bland word with spicy words. Let's make it interesting. Use new vocabulary words, not just regular words like stuff. We've talked about that. We never use the word stuff. You want to talk about whatever it is you're talking about, the item. We want to use spicy words, maybe more exciting verbs that you could use, action words. Capitalization, You want to make sure you capitalize names, titles, proper nouns. Match your nouns and your verbs. Has to make sure it makes sense. This is what we do in our that last page, the DLR, every day. When the verb doesn't, the tense doesn't match. Punctuation, are there periods, quotation marks, question marks, exclamation marks, or commas? And spelling, check all your words. Now, I'm going to include this in, you'll see I included it on Google Docs, on Google Classroom. You're also, I don't know if I'll be able to take off this page. The second page, it looks the same, but it is a little bit different. This one says peer editing. We're not going to use this. This is if you were to sit down with a classmate and you checked each other's work. Obviously, we can't do that. So you want the one that does not say peer. You don't want this page. Okay, we want the plain one. Make sure you use this one, not the one that says peer on the top. Okay, so use this. What we're going to do today, you're doing your last paragraph about interesting facts and your conclusion. I also want you to add to it. Now we need to add to the body, and that was on here. Add to the body. I want to make it bigger, boys and girls. I know some of you actually have gone a little bit ahead and got into your fifth paragraph. Didn't include everything that had to be in here, some of you. So I want you to also make it bigger. I know you're doing everything that's supposed to be in it, but we want to be good writers. And you could add another fact. Add more sentences about something. If you said something about, if I said, monkeys have long tails that act like another arm. I had that in my sentence. But talk more. I should talk more about this. Monkeys have long tails, which are like another arm. They're very strong. They can use them to swing from tree to tree or help grab a young monkey. See how I added 2 more sentences about that topic and it made it bigger. I want you to do that. I want you to improve your writing, okay? It's a piece of work, a piece of art that we're working on. And the nice thing is on Google Docs, you can add things in and take things out. It's not like you're writing. I know many of you have commented that you like to type like this instead of doing the writing with the pencil that we do in class. So I expect us to be able to do this because we don't have to worry about erasing and rewriting and just pop it in and out on that computer. So good luck with it. If you have any questions, give me a call and get out there today and play in the sunshine and make sure you eat breakfast. This is my breakfast. Strawberries, blackberries, and raspberries I have. Bye.